Hi, I'm Emily Rose.
And I'm Dan Philgreen. Welcome to the weekend edition of Shell Point Today for April 12th, 13th, and 14th.
We're sending the Shell Point studio out in style by bringing David Pavey back in for another inspiring devotional.
I thrust my hand into the one stretched out to me. And as I did, an incredible thing took place.
We're meeting up with Pastor Andy Hawkins to preview his upcoming Easter service.
And I'm going to talk to you today about a very special evening service series that we have begun.
Plus, we're wrapping things up by taking a look back at some of the top stories from the past week.
But first, we're fighting for survival with our look back on this day in history. It was 109 years ago this weekend when the RMS Titanic was dealt a fatal blow after colliding with an iceberg. The largest ocean liner of its time left Queenstown, Ireland, just 4 days earlier with nearly 2,200 passengers on board. Its maiden voyage was going perfectly until just before midnight on April 14th, when the massive vessel was unable to divert its course and hit an iceberg. The collision ruptured its hull and the Titanic began to rapidly sink into the Atlantic waters. In roughly 2.5 hours, the Titanic filled with water, broke apart, and sent 1,500 passengers into the icy waters. Due to a shortage of lifeboats, only 700 individuals survived, mainly women and children. The sinking of the Titanic led to an international outcry and helped create massive safety regulations for future ocean liners.
This Monday marks the beginning of the annual School Supply Fund Drive. Every year, the Shell Point community comes together and donates. The funds collected are used to purchase school supplies that will be distributed later in the year to employees who have school-aged children or grandchildren. If you'd like to send a tax-deductible contribution, please use campus mail and address your envelope to Shell Point Accounting. Please make checks payable to Shell Point Retirement Community and include school supplies on the memo line. We'd like to thank everyone in advance for all their generosity. We know that thanks to your efforts, we can turn this year's School Supply Fund Drive into the biggest one yet.
Easter is only 1 week away, so we decided to make our way to the village church to see how Pastor Andy Hawkins is preparing for his holiday service.